contaminated sharps or needle injuries. The need for a safety standard. OSHA estimates that 8 million workers in the healthcare industry and related occupations are at risk of occupational exposure to bloodborne pathogens, including, but not limited to, HIV, the virus that causes AIDS, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C. According to the Centers for Disease Control, 100,000 Americans have died from AIDS, and over 1 million Americans are infected with HIV. About 65 cases of HIV infection due to occupational exposure occur each year. About 8,700 healthcare workers are infected with hepatitis B each year. About 200 healthcare workers die from hepatitis B each year. 1 milliliter of blood can contain over 100 million infectious doses of hepatitis B virus. 60 to 70% of the individuals infected with hepatitis C virus show no discernible symptoms. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, hepatitis C virus infection is the most common chronic bloodborne infection in the U.S. The OSHA Bloodborne Pathogen Standard. OSHA published the Occupational Exposure to Bloodborne Pathogens Standard on December 6, 1991. The purpose of this standard is to protect workers by limiting occupational exposure to blood and other potentially infectious materials. In 2000, the Needle Stick Safety and Prevention Act, Public Law 106-430, mandated that OSHA clarify and revise the bloodborne pathogens standard to address the implementation of safer needle devices. OSHA published the revised standard in the Federal Register in January 2001. The revised standard became effective in April 2001. The Bloodborne Pathogen Standard is located in Title 29 of the Code of Federal Regulations, 29 CFR 1910.1030. Who is covered by the standard? All employees who could be reasonably anticipated to face contact with blood or other potentially infectious materials as the result of performing their assigned job duties are covered by the bloodborne pathogen standards. This list shows examples of some of the professions at risk of occupational exposure to bloodborne pathogens. Let's take a quiz to review what you've learned. End of demo. Thank you for going through the bloodborne pathogen training demo. If you would like more information, please contact us at telephone 512-402-5963 or email sales@bloodbornepathogentraining.com. Also, for more information, please be sure and visit our frequently asked questions page.
Do you struggle with belly fat and nothing works to get it or keep it off? Then I've got news for you. Because no matter how many times you've heard you need to eat less and exercise more, diet and exercise will not work if you have this problem. This problem is a growing silent epidemic.
Thank you so much for watching and paying attention so diligently. And I forgot to introduce myself and Mrs. Amy DeStefano, who has held the clinic down last year and will be doing so partially, hopefully, this year. We do have another nurse on staff who will be full-time, but we'll be holding it down until she gets here. And if you need anything, 8745. Yes, ma'am? She's hiding over there beside Mr. Price is Right. Mr. Price is Right? Mr. Price is Right. Could you allow her to stand, please? who you are, Mr. Stefano. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'll be passing the teddies out in a minute.
Okay, so at this time, we are set to go over the faculty handbook, but I'm going to change that up a little bit because given the flooring situation that may happen tomorrow and Wednesday, we'll try to move this to another day, and I want to give you the opportunity to be in your classrooms and while you have access to them, since we don't know where it's going to start, so you can at least get the jump on it till about 3. I will say one of the things that that I've tried to implement this year, not tried to, that I have implemented this year, is that we want every teacher to submit grades, at least 2 grades a week. So I know in the past it's been so many grades in a semester, but now we're looking to do it weekly so that parents can know where their child stands on a real-time basis. So that's one of the things we're implementing, and then also implementing a mid-year evaluation. And the purpose of the mid-year evaluation is to support you, to see the areas that maybe you've been doing great in. You've been doing great all year. Or it may be you've been doing great. Here are a couple of things we want you to give attention to the next semester. That way it's not at the end of the year where we're trying to bring up everything and then you've got the summer to try to. So we're going to try to keep it up to speed. I don't want you to be alarmed by those mid-year evaluations. They are designed to help you, not to hurt you. But again, I want to serve you in any way I can to help in the classroom, and just know that we're there to support you. So those are 2 things that you'll hear more about when we do lesson plans and grading, but I wanted to put those out to you. But I'm going to release you now for your classrooms, and you're here till 3, and I will let Mrs. Terry Martinez talk to the TMA staff in terms of what she wants you to do at this time. But all who are here at DCS, you can go to your rooms, work it out. You're here till 3. So have a great afternoon. See you tomorrow morning, 8:30. At TMA. Very good. At TMA. Do breakfast.